Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On first down, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. It's Eric Harris who picks it.
Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a third interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he's got it to Patterson complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Flushed out right. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts as time expires in the first half. And the Falcons get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. The final shot before break. Ryan. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patterson, and he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Ryan. And this turns into to disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room.
And got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Throwing on first down is Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On play action, now Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
On second and a couple, Ryan. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a dump off here complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run with Patterson. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And this will be incomplete.
physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 81 yards.
And the Buccaneers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Ryan.
Right back to Pitts again.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts
There to make the grab.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. To throw is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Brady going to throw here. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette
taking it in from 14 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He's got the first down here inside the 30, and all the way down to the 17-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Brady going to look to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. A handoff to Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to... bury him in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go option to the short side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Watson. And he finds Danny Amendola. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Bridgewater to throw it. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing, Bridgewater. This is caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 29 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Watson a give. This is Johnson.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll try the air now with Watson. Out to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston.
What a run that time from the always electric Deshaun Watson.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 20. Five-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. To throw, Bridgewater.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's out right at the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Bridgewater's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater sets up the screen to Gordon. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Touchdown, Broncos! Bridgewater finding Cortland Sutton on the touchdown throw. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 8.
A couple yards shy of the 30.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown all.
Oh, and a bad throw there. No, fouled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you pant.
Brandon Cooks, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 71 yards. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's got some space here. He's at the 30. 10.
He's going to make everything.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, 67 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out.
And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. Down the numbers. There he goes. 30. 10.
Showtime.
And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the bunch, PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off of play action, it's Watson. It's complete to Chris Conley.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Out of the gun, Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st down, Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Watson. Forced out to his left.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
Touchdown, Houston.
Brevin Jordan.
33 yards. And the Texans can take the lead with an extra point.
Watson.
And he will get in to take the lead. The conversion is successful. And now it'll be up to the defense to hold this 2-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one
one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term
taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown. Noah Fant, 75 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throw right side into the hands of Akins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Watson to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. One incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Driscoll. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Driscoll. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's Bridgewater. Flush to his right.
And that's checked down to Gordon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Bridgewater. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Johnson running right. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. First throw in overtime now for Taylor. And the Broncos get there and take him down. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Draymond Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part one is done. Now part two. What can Bridgewater do in the OT? He's got Gordon, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down.
Gets this to Fant.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. First down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. 1 overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Watson off play action. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
107 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They go play action. Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing is Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we will play on here in overtime. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more.
And finally taken down at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Watson, option play. He'll hand it to Johnson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now Watson.
Rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.